Hello and welcome to February 2018's Oracle card reading. I'm so pleased that you're joining me here for the month of February's reading. So we're going to pull our 3 cards to see what general energies are affecting the majority of us. That is the intention for this reading. So it might not be completely specific to each person, although that would be incredible if that could happen. But these are the general energies that are going to be affecting us in the month of February. We are using the Soul's Journey Oracle cards this month. I think we used those last month as well, and we're just being patient waiting for our messages. Okay, right, we'll stop there. So we have our 3 cards. So the first card that comes up for us for the month of February is growth, and it says here, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. We may feel a real pull at the beginning of this month in particular, but it could last throughout the month to want to deepen our spiritual connection, to expand our consciousness, to learn about new modalities. Perhaps we get more interested in space or quantum physics or some kind of scientific approach. Perhaps we become more interested in astrology or Reiki or working with the angelic realm. So it's almost like we are going to be revisiting a modality that we started to learn about in the past, or a brand new topic, and it's going to be something that's really going to fire us up. Some of the energy that I noticed particularly last year is that in 2016 a lot of people went through massive growth and transformation. In fact, it was from sort of 2012 when we had a very big shift in consciousness, really, and people were getting more interested in studying spiritual topics, finding out who they are, personal development. But then I feel like last year people sort of became a bit more earthy, a bit more grounded, and we're looking at more the logical side of life, the practical side of life, and may have taken a bit of step back from spiritual development. But I feel that going into this year, that buzz and that excitement that we may have felt when we were learning about our spiritual selves years ago may resurface. So it's going to be quite an exciting month, I think, for our spiritual development. The next card that comes up is freedom, and it says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. This is a card of taking responsibility for our own happiness. We are responsible for how we feel. And a lot of us don't always like to hear that, but we are. We really, truly are. We are responsible, unless we have an underlying health issue or mental health issue. We are responsible for the way we think and the way we feel. And once we kind of own that, once we own, okay, my moods, the way I am, the way I interact with people is all down to me. Once we take responsibility for that, it's like this freedom happens, because then what happens is we realize we have the ability to change things should we want to. So with this spiritual transformation and growth, we also have this real ownership and taking responsibility of who we are. And at the end of this spread, we have the card Imagination. And it says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So perhaps we'll be called to express ourselves in some kind of artistic or creative way. Maybe we get a canvas, maybe we do some paintings or drawings. It doesn't really matter if we feel that we have an actual, skill for that. It's just something fun and something to help us express ourselves. Maybe we join a dance class, or just do something that's creative this month. Something that's going to really allow us to express our imagination. Maybe we just write some short stories and share them, maybe with our families or friends, and just have a laugh about them and build them up. Just something to express our creative self. A bit like when we were children. Really getting back in touch with that inner child. Because when we do that, one, we can stay youthful, but also we can just tap into all that creative energy, and that can help us in our personal lives, our romantic lives, our careers, if we have our own businesses. All aspects of our lives require us to have that imagination. And so we should really tap into that. So we have this vast amount of spiritual growth, this freedom that comes from realizing that we are in control of how we feel, and then also expressing our creative side and imagination as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed the reading for February. If you would like to order your own personal reading, I will leave all that information in the description box down below this video. Until we speak again, I'm sending you so much love for the month of February. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Take care. Lots of love, Alyssa.